Hi friends, Angelica here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be replicating a set of cards that I had made last year. I had gotten a lot of comments wondering how I had made them, so I thought this would be a perfect time to remake the cards and show off a new product from the Greetery. This is the new Jumbo Curiosity Buckeye leaf die that I'm going to be using. This die is the larger version of a leaf that was introduced last year in the Greetery's Curio Autumn Findings die set. Before we get busy with the leaf, we need to make some backgrounds. I have a panel of watercolor paper taped down to my board, and I'm going to make two backgrounds from this panel using Nuvo Shimmer Powders. I picked Atlantis Burst, Solar Flare, and Falling Leaves for my colors. I tapped each bottle over the paper, letting the pigments just fall into place. This is a very organic process. Since these colors are fairly close to each other on the color wheel, I knew that they were going to play well together on the paper. So what these powders are, if you're not familiar, is a mixture of mica powder and dry pigment. And there's several pigments in each bottle, so you're going to get an explosion of colors if you add water in a certain way. The water is what's going to activate the colors. If you spray the panel heavily with water, you're going to get a pretty soft background of all the different colors that have blended together, right? So it's going to be a beautiful, shimmery, rainbow-ish background. But if you apply the water in a different manner, with the bottle that I'm using the Tim Holtz Distress water bottle. And this bottle sprays water in a different way. So I'm slowly pulling the handle back with my fingers so I can get big water drops to come out of the nozzle. Those big water drops are going to get the powders to really burst with bright colors, but also keep the colors contained since I don't want to oversaturate the paper with water. Now, I'm not going to lie, this takes a bit of discipline. It's so easy to keep spraying and activating the pigments because it's so pretty. But to keep the panel from blending into just one color wash, it's really important to know when to stop, even if it's looking like a hot mess, like I thought this panel did. But I did stop and I let it air dry. Once the panel was dry, I used a paper towel to brush away any dry pigments that were still left on the panel. And now I'm going to show how shimmery the paper is. I'm telling you, these pigments are so fun to work with. To get this panel ready for cards, I die cut it with an A2 Arches die, and then I die cut 2 jumbo Buckeye leaves from heavyweight white cardstock. I love clean and simple cards and was planning on a white on white card with the shimmer panels, but the white leaves were just going to be a bit too much. So to break up that white a little bit, I pulled out my bottle of Champagne Mist Decofoil Metallics gel, and I used a damp Nuvo sponge to add the gel to the leaf. The slightly damp sponge thinned out the gel, so the cardstock didn't get weighed down and it didn't warp. And the gel slightly changed the color of the leaf and then also gave it a really pretty shimmer that matched the backgrounds. I don't have a shimmer paper, so this was my way of making my own shimmer color. The sentiments that I used for the cards are from Curio Labels stamp set. And once I got the card panels put on the card bases, I attached the leaves to the cards with thin foam squares. So now let's take a look at last year's cards. I obviously used different colors, but the concept is still the same. This is such an easy and quick way to make bold yet really clean and simple cards. You can find more details on these products over on my blog, as well as more product reveals from this Greetery release. That's all that I have for today. I want to thank you so much for joining me. I hope I was able to share some ideas on how to use pigment powders. If you like what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, be sure to subscribe. I'll be back shortly with another video, so I'll see you then. Bye.